Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I'm going to start out with my deck, the Four Agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz. I don't know why I forgot that. All right, so let's see. I shuffled the deck and this is the card on top. All right, let's see. It says, be immune to others' opinions. Love that. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Love, love, love that. Okay, so true that we will relieve ourselves from suffering when we're shifting from focusing and worrying about other people's opinions. And this is because they are projecting. We all project. In other words, people, all of us, have a history. We have a way of looking at life. We have our belief system. And we have our old experiences. And these experiences affect how we perceive what's happening around us. This is why, one person may become upset when somebody's yelling while another person may stay calm. Both may not like that they heard the yelling or were being yelled at or were being treated in a certain way, but both don't respond the same way. And that is because we all have our experiences, and how we perceive what's happening in that moment is based on that, right? And we then also, right, are going to get triggered and activated when we are hurt or something happens, right, that we don't like. I mean, we can be triggered positively as well, right? I mean, if we get what we want, right, then we're triggered into a joyful state. But generally, right, when people do something or say something, or we think they have an opinion about us that makes us uncomfortable, we tend to feel annoyed, and that can, manifest into anything. Meaning, we can respond negatively, feel irritable, and so forth. But, right, when we're understanding that everybody's projecting, including ourselves, we tend to pull back, right, and give ourselves the opportunity then to approach things differently. In other words, someone says something, we are concerned about, their opinion about us, and we recognize that, right? And once we're able to recognize that, then, right, what we choose to think from that moment is more intentional, as opposed to just kind of matter of fact, right? Like it just kind of happens more naturally. Like they said something and then we reacted and we think we're right. But are we really 100% right? And the answer is yes, only because we see it that way, but no, because that person is saying and thinking and doing things because of the way they see the world. And if we personalize what they say or what they do, then that's about us, not so much about them. And that's what we want to really look at, because if not, we're going to allow other people's opinions to affect us, and we're going to use that to even decide how we should act. In other words, well, they don't like me, so or they don't like what I do, so let me not do that. Yeah, but if you really like what you do, then, and you stop it because they don't like it, right? Then where are you, right? We're definitely not going to be in a good place if we decide that other people's opinions are going to matter more than ours. And if ours isn't so good about ourselves, then that's what we want to look at. In other words, we don't want to just stay in that space where we're thinking, that their opinion matters and stop there. We want to go a step further and take the opportunity, right, to learn about this trigger or this feeling that we have within ourselves and not ignore it, because it is going to ultimately lead to it's going to impact and affect our choices. So we want to make sure that, right, we're really clear on what's happening in our dynamics and how we're allowing other people's opinions about us to affect us. because it's going to make a big, big difference in how we show up and how we establish relationships and what we dare to pursue and so forth. It's going to affect all areas and aspects of our lives. And so that's why it really does matter. Now, before I go any further, I want to pick a word from my bag of words to see what else I'm inspired to share. Let's see, I'm going to dig deep to see what else we can get on this deep topic. Achieve. Love that. Okay. So achieve. We can achieve a lot when we take the time to gain self-awareness. We can achieve a lot when we remember that we are more than just these physical bodies, that there's this divine energy, right, that surrounds us, that lives and breathes through us. Because then we are able to use that, right, remembrance and anchor ourselves with that, and also shift from staying stuck in a space that is based on our ego and our past experiences and our shadow side and so forth. In other words, when we see ourselves as more than just, these physical beings, we then know, okay, here's my ego running amok, my shadow side's been activated, people are projecting, I'm projecting, and I'm taking in other people's opinions, and things are, going down the rabbit hole from there. And I don't want to live in that space, because then I'm not really centering myself in my true self. I'm really centering myself on other people's opinion. And that can't have more weight than my true self. In other words, right, my essence, our essence is divine. And when we remind ourselves of that, then our opinion of ourselves is going to raise up a notch, right? We're not just going to think that we are lousy, not good enough, not amazing enough, not great enough, or whatever enough, right? Smart enough, whatever it is that we're thinking we're not enough of. We're not just going to let that, right, just linger around, because we're going to recognize that, well, that can't really make sense if, right, we really are, right, divine in our essence. So we're then going to realize, right, that no, we have this divine inheritance, and therefore what my ego is telling me, or what I'm choosing to accept that other people's ego is telling me about myself, then, has to, right, be questioned. And then I realize, like, okay, no, this can't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then it can't be true. So we want to recognize there is more going on here, and we want to shift from believing negative things about ourselves and accepting other people's opinions as our truths, and create truths for ourselves that are more in alignment with our essence, so that we show up differently and create from that end, so that we can have the more expansive joyful experiences that we want to have, and have that prosperity that we want to live with. And when I'm referring to prosperity, I'm not just referring to money. I'm referring to, right, that emotional happiness and awareness and stability within ourselves that allows us to have more joy on this journey that we call life. So I'm going to end with that. I hope that this video helps you in some way. If it did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when I upload further videos. And if you want to find out more about the work that I'm doing, you can go to my website, and all the description is down below. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.